Right guys and girls, Mark Crossfield here. Today I'm reviewing an iron that I reckon you've not tested. It's a Japanese brand built on history of metalwork and forging and samurai swords is what they say. I've got a blade, it's called their blade almost in my hand. It looks amazing. Let's show you what this club is that you might be missing out on. Like, it does feel so good and soft, like hilariously good and soft. So I've got a Vega iron in my hand here. They kind of went away, I think they're back. VMB irons, got my hands on some of this is almost like their most bladed one, and it looks like samurai beautiful. So it's a fin top line. It's a little quirky in the here. I think some people won't like that knuckle there. I don't mind it. I think there's prettier shapes. This is beautiful. This shaping's nice. When you look down, the shaping and forging and milling on the face really sits nice. Almost reminds me of a Titleist in those ways. And it's a small, this is a player's bladed iron. And like I say, this is, if you're buying into Mizuno forging and Strixon Japanese branding, all those kind of things, Vega are up there in that kind of story. So as bladed options go, it's small, like I say, it's neat, fin top line, next and zero offset, little knuckle in the heel, which might offend some, but might not others. But you're going to put this down in the bracket of clubs you're looking at: Mizuno, Strixon, Titleist, TaylorMade, Callaway, Ping now. I mean, they all make this style of club. This is going to sit there with them in the looking department, which is obviously a big criteria in this kind of iron. This kind of iron does have to tick the boxes for how they look, because better players generally, and it's a generalization because I would be put in the better players bracket, and I'm not going for this look anymore. I think they're moving away from it, to be fair. But the ones who do want to play this iron, they are playing it a lot of the reason because of the way it looks. And that as well, the way it feels, that feels so solid. This is a 7 iron I'm hitting. I'll show you the numbers at the end and we'll do a little game. It feels as good as anything. So in the smooth, the butteriness, all these classic kind of bladey terms that people use. And again, this is part of a range. This is part of 3, and then there's, I think, 2 other in a more cavity kind of category. And if you want me to do reviews on them, maybe hit the comments up and let me know. I'm just going in there straight down at the sexiest one because I'm interested in it. There's a little part of me that wants to whoosh, pull it out. It's samurai-y, and the story is all samurai-y. The numbers at the moment are looking decent and pretty good for a 7 iron. Considering the club I've got in my hands. Okay, let's look what Vega are saying about this club. I can't believe they're saying much apart from it's just a classic blade, because that's what it is with a bit of muscle battering. Let's see what they're saying about the tech. So it's a muscle back grind, classic blade with minimal progressive offset. So they're progressing the offset as you go into the longer clubs. Precision grind, one-piece forge, soft S2 5C carbon steel. So the precision grinding carbon soft forged story is going to be everything this club is about. CNC grooves and milling and micro milling. A classic line irons and wedges have CNC grooves and micro milling on the face. Ultimate precision finish. So, I mean, it's one-piece carbon steel, forged precision grind. It's what you'd expect. It's a slightly progressive offset set of irons. And the word precision is going to be what's going to, that's what you're selling this for. You're selling it for precision of looks, but you're also hopefully getting precision, I can't say it now, I've said it so much, flights off the face, keeping spin consistent, those kind of ideas. And we'll do a game at the end to show you how precise, changed it to that because I can say that, they actually are. Let's just hit a few more just to give you the data. We'll show you the numbers on the 7 iron. Anything going up into the 180s that I'm seeing a few here, for me, is pretty good for this kind of style of club. There's a slight toe hit and it's done not too bad at all for a slight miss hit, because I think modern bladed irons definitely still try to pack a punch, and you do get this barring on the back, barely a cavity. For all intents and purposes, it's like bladey. Maybe in the comments as well, is this a brand you've heard of or even played? I'd love to know. I'm pretty sure when I first started filming with James Wiltshire, he had Vega irons. I don't know if anyone remembers. I'll have to go back and look. I'm pretty sure he had Vega. And definitely talked about, you know, the samurai connection. I remember him mentioning it. Right, should we take a look at what numbers are coming out of this club? Like I say, it does feel pretty good considering what it is. Like, their numbers are top ending. So launching at 16.6, spinning at 5.1, so slightly low in spin outside. That's going to be 6.5, which is fair for a 7 iron nowadays. Carrying average 175, standard deviation of 8 yards, so slightly long, so my miss hits there are definitely being punished long and short. But like, let's take it on the course and see what we're actually going to get when we're trying to hit a target with those numbers. Right, so we're 187 out, and where the pin is back here, it's really tiny part of the green, so precision is going to be key. 187, but we do have some elevation moving down, so this 7 iron should get there with a proper hit. Let's see how precise I can be with my precision tool. That's a pretty average hit. It'll do fine on the mat. The grass probably wouldn't do as well. So that's a missed green, not too far away, no shot from there. So for an unprecise strike, that's done not too bad at all, to be fair. Much better hit. Started it that bit further right to allow for my shape, and that's getting up there. Like, that's into a very small part of the green. 179 my carry. Okay, now I'm just going to try and hit a slightly different shot. So less draw, if anything, a fall off to the right, which I'd say we're, you know, really playing with the ideas of precision. And that's a better result for me. There's more green over there, and if I miss that side, I'm chipping up the green. I mean, I'll do a video on shaping ideas. I think shaping ideas with precision clubs are a bit of a myth, to be honest. But I just want you to see that I am happy with this club and others to attempt any kind of shot, really. So again, I'm just going to try and let this one fall to the right rather than draw it. It's a pretty dead straight, tiny bit of fall. That's going to end up being a perfect shot because it'll go that way on the green. There it goes. That's like a legend's lucky shot. Okay, one more, and I'm going to draw this one in now. So start it out towards the right and just try and move it into the left. I've overturned it, have I? No, that's done all right. Not the best hit in the world, but that's going to run up the green. So, I mean, I'm able to do, look at that, that could go in. Go. That's right on line, it's a bit short. I'm able to do whatever I want with that club, and it does feel that way because of the slenderness of it. You know, I do feel like I've grown up to have to work into the stereotype of that visual. It's actually not true. I think I could do that with a chunky club as well, but when I put that down, if I'm playing and if I was playing full-time and really going for it, like, that's something that would be quite desirable to play, and it would make me feel like I could really do whatever I want. Let's push it to the top end. You know, this has less helping for you. So let's move 187 out. Let's move to 197. Well, I'm going to go to 200 yards because of the slope and see if I can whack this and it still perform with any kind of precision. So it's pretty much the same shot. You can see I'm 200 yards out. I've moved back. Still got to try and filter it in there. So what's it going to offer me when I'm trying to give it the full beams? Slight miss hit. Very similar to the first shot that I hit the other, but not getting over the bunker now because I'm being pushed to my limits. That was high up on the face and punishment delivered. All right, let's try that again. Same speeds, just need a proper strike this time. There's a proper strike. Felt like the speeds were harder, so I did go for that a bit more. Yeah, and we're front of the green, releasing on. So this is really pushing me to my limit. 176 carry, so I need to be getting up into the 180 carries for this to work. Right, let's jump on this one. Oh yeah, that just no. That's short. Oh, it's bounced in the bunker. I need more to be way more precise. So obviously on the course I would hit a 6. You know, I wouldn't hit a 7, but there are options and times and necessities where I would hit a hard 7, and I want to know if I go for this club, will it just punish me too much? At the moment, I don't think I've even tested it. any shot hit like those last two, or the 3 or 2 of them anyway, would not have got there. There you go, proper hit on that. Felt like I put speed on it as well. Yeah, I did, and that's now getting up to the middle of the green a bit more. So it can be done. I mean, I just need to be better. 179 carry. One more, and then we'll move closer for the little soft ones as well. That's the wrong shape. It's got the speed. I like belted that, but it's just not drawn, so it's going to be where the other one is. So I mean, look, I would not, if you give me 50 shots, those 2 that I hit, you know, they're not, I'm going to hit 6 of them, maybe 8 of them in 50. So in that small data set, it was more than I would expect to ever hit, really. I feel like I can go fast with it, but again, I don't use this style of club because I go for as much help as possible. So I've moved 160 now, and we've still got the slope, and I've still got the same club. I do feel very comfortable hitting these clubs softer. Like it makes sense in my head to have more club and try and just hit these soft. Unfortunately, I didn't cut that. I have to take a little bit more speed off it, but I would definitely play this way if I used these clubs, and did when I used to. It was always one club more and hitting little featheries in. Like that could be good. If it just catches that green, it'll move right. Sit down. Like I can play golf like this, and this is where this class 154 carry. See, I'm almost moving the carry by 50 yards. So, and that's what I want from an iron. I want to be able to hit soft ones, hard ones, medium ones. So the more precise this is, my variables, which are going to constantly be there, hopefully will make them tighter. But again, I think it's so small. I think you're really buying into feel, and the feel of this is fantastic, and you're buying into the looks and possibly the Japanese story around Vega. It'd have to be said, this is probably one of the best blades that you're not thinking about, and it'll be interesting to see where their space is. I don't know if they're selling direct or through shops. I think they might be selling direct. That model is hard. Will they be around in 4 years' time? I wouldn't know. Is it a good club? Yeah, it's decent. I think it'll sit in there with all those blades if it was in the test, but selling direct, if you think about it, that's a nice one. It's not going to ever be in a test, is it? Because the pro needs to bring it into your fitting and say, have you tried this? I think for it. So it'll be interesting how it works. Can I do what I need to with it? Yes. Does it look good? Yes. Does it feel good? As good as anything. Are they expensive? Yes, they look super expensive, but go on their website and see how much they cost in your region. Have you tested it? Will you test it? Have you ever played these? I'm going to guess most of you say no. The world of golf club and its marketing, it's tricky. Doesn't matter how good or bad the product is, there's other parts to it that gets it in front of your hitting bays, and that's often where the real juice is. Good looking club. What do you think? Is it something you'd be interested in or not? Let me know.